Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. This is Ben from Ethiopia First. Welcome. During the latest rallies in the country, we heard statements and slogans, even by party leaders, praising or appreciating those who were sentenced as terrorists by the court. So, what's your government approach to this trend with regards to the Anti-Terrorism Act itself?
First of all, we believe that the anti-terrorism law is a law which is established as per the international standard. No one has challenged us in terms of the law itself, because all the articles are copies of those developed nations, and they have never said anything about the articles there. What they are telling us is not because of the article, because it's because of the government's misact or misdeeds that this proclamation is not interpreted as it is written. That's their allegation. So no one can tell us that this law is not to the international standard. It meets the international standard. It has been prepared as per the model document which has been produced by United Nations. It has been produced based on the model document of the African Union, and it has been also produced taking into consideration countries like United Kingdom, South Africa, and the best models countries in this regard. So I think this is the fact on the ground as far as the law is concerned. Those of the opposition party members who want this law to be scrapped, it's a wishful thinking, because the law has it meets the international standard. So that reasoning or their request is not holding any water. So I think that has to be understood. But those who have slogans regarding those criminals who have been arrested and in jail at this time, as per the due process of law in this country, some of them are still trespassing the law, and they should be very careful. They want to test the patience of this government, and I can assure you we will take actions by those who are trespassing the law. They say that there are some who will help them from the international community to make them released while they are trespassing the law of the land. This is a foolish kind of thinking, and no one can rescue them. No one, I tell you, no one can rescue them when they trespass the law. We have been always accused that we are repressive and all kinds of things. And I think time will test, and the truth will come at the end. We will not let a single bomb to be exploding in this country. Those terrorist groups like Gimbot 7, ONLF, and OLF, and Al-Shabaab are labeled in our parliament as terrorist organizations. Anyone who has connections in practical terms with these organizations will be punished. There will be no excuse. You guys, you cannot walk in Addis Ababa peacefully while Gimbot Sabat is plotting explosives now, at this time, now. They have plotted to bomb African Union meeting last time, summit. You remember, all of you remember. We will not let that be done in Addis Ababa or elsewhere in this country. We have constitutional obligation to safeguard our people. And playing with the fire will not help anyone, because this government will not bow down because the journalists are writing upon us or foreign governments are telling us this or that. Our prime objective is safeguarding our people. The rest is secondary for us. You have to understand this very clearly in a clear term. And we will take actions on those who feel that they are beyond the law of the land. That's where democracy works. Democracy doesn't work in chaos. Democracy doesn't work in when some people think that they are beyond the law of the land. So I think we are very clear in this regard. We have been told several times. But we are still clear to our mind, and we will take actions accordingly. And anyone who plays with the fire, then that fire will burn them. That should be very, very clear. So I think we wish to have a democratic, peaceful, civilized opposition in this country. They shouldn't connect themselves with Gimbot 7 or ONLF or OLF. These are terrorist organizations. Some of the opposition leaders, we know them, we have all the evidence. But we still say, okay, let's wait until Gimbot Sabat comes with clear evidence of with explosives. They have communications at this time. And what we want is clear evidence to be produced. We are producing evidences, and we are following this carefully, and we want to have red-handed those explosives, and then we will bring them to the court. It's only a matter of time. You will see it after some times. So those who transpass the law of the land, we will not excuse them. And safety and security in this country is paramount important to attract investment, to have tourism, and also to have progress in this country and to democratize the country itself. I think this is a very clear message to all of you, and my government will continue on giving the space necessary for legal, democratically and peacefully operating opposition parties, simply because it's not a charity, it's not something we give from our pockets. It's a constitutional mandate and an obligation. It's also good for the ruling party, because we cannot listen our echoes time and again. We want opposition for progress. We want them to be a constructive, progressive, progress-making opposition party members in this country. And also, in the diversified setting in this country, you cannot have one party representing the needs and aspirations and opinions of this diversified country. So we need representatives for all those kinds of opinions and interests. So I think we are committed to have a constructive, legal, and peacefully, democratically operating opposition parties, and we pray for that. But some of our opposition party members, they are misbehaving, and they are misbehaving in such a way that they are connecting with those terrorist groups. And we will not let them to do any harm to this country by such bad conducts. So I think this is how we see, and we'll continue our progress. And I think thank you very much for your time.